year 2013 has been a significant landmark in Indian Navy's history. The P-8Is were inducted in the Indian Navy. The INS Vikramaditya is about to be inducted in the Navy shortly. Also, the INS Arihant, India's first nuclear-powered submarine, its reactor went critical. Also, the Navy's communication satellite, Navy's own communication satellite went operational. All in all, a very good year, except for one tragic incident of INS Sindhu Rakshak, the submarine which caught fire in Mumbai, and then had this loss of nearly 18 lives of the Navy people on INS Sindhu Rakshak. But what does the future hold? Let's ask the man himself. Naval Chief, the Indian Navy Chief, Admiral D.K. Joshi is with us. He is consented to meet us on INS Jalashwa, Indian Navy's second biggest ship at the moment. And we are off the east coast near Visakhapatnam. Admiral Joshi, thank you very much for giving us this time. This is your one of the bigger assets in eastern coast. And looking at this ship, one feels so confident about the humanitarian assistance and disaster relief that this ship does. But how do you see the Navy's overall picture, the current status, and going down 5 years from now?
Well, you quite summed it up yourself. As outlined in our Maritime Capabilities Perspective Plan, which really is the growth roadmap for our capabilities. Many of these inductions are now poised for realization. Very soon, Jalashwa is going to become the third largest ship from being the second currently. Yes. 16th, we are inducting, commissioning Vikramaditya in Russia.
That's right.
So all these acquisitions and procurements are proceeding apace. Majority of them are actually force multipliers. The P-8I Boeing that you referred to.
Yes.
Is going to be here tomorrow when we induct the AJT Hawk trainers formally into the Navy.
Right.
We would also have the first P-8I that has already arrived and is in the process of being accepted. Various acceptance trials are in progress. And by end of the year, we'll have 3 of them, and the others follow in quick order next year. That brings into this region a capability that has not existed before.
Right.
It's a brand new aircraft, apart from the platform, which in any case is a proven Boeing, aircraft. The fit has been released concurrently to what the US Navy has. It's really so. Therefore, the capabilities that are coming into our hands are absolutely state of the art. The submarine projects, Arihant, you mentioned, criticality was achieved in the month of August.
Right.
I spent the entire forenoon there. The entire crew, the DAE teams, the BARC teams, the DRDO teams, our own ATV project personnel, as also industry people. Everyone is upbeat, full of dynamism, and I think very, in a very short order, we would again be able to put her out for her sea trials and commission her towards the end of next year.
A lot of people talk about the Indian Navy now being not just the Indian Navy for the Indian Ocean region, but for Indo-Pacific, talking about Western Pacific and going right up to the coast of Africa. Do you see the Indian Navy's role expanding in the coming decade or so?
Well, the Navy has great reach and sustenance at that reach. So therefore, we can reach out in distant waters and sustain ourselves, bring our combat potential to bear should it be so required in very distant waters. Now, where would that tasking be would really be a function of national interests.
Yes.
Whereabouts is it that our national interests are spread? You are as aware of them as I am, and therefore I would not reiterate them.
Right.
And therefore, for what tasking and into what areas the Navy is required to be committed is a question for the government to determine.
Right.
But the navies are meant to be committed to safeguard the sovereign national interests in the maritime domain, and we have the capability. And all the capabilities being inducted are tailored in that direction as the spread would show you.